Quite a good morning, namaskar everybody. This is Inja Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day, that is 20th November 2023. This is Tuesday evening around, I think it is about 6:30, 6:25 or 30 PM. मैं सूरज सिंह सिविल इंजीनियर भारत इंडिया से बोल रहा हूँ आज दिनांक जब 28 नवंबर 2023. I'm talking about Saul as am continuing. I've been continuing for 2 days. Power of Soul, I could not complete yesterday, so I'm just going further from there, which I was talking about. I was talking about explaining about power of soul. Soul means Atma. How to understand that, how to work upon that. Is it possible to understand really or not? Is it powerful or not? All that is required. हम क्या समझते हैं क्या नहीं समझते हैं, that is part of it's a question of personality of everybody, means value, and you can say quality of everybody. If you want to have quality in life, you must have quality in life through soul, otherwise you cannot have quality. Quality means work to do, how to do, what to do, determination, method, etc., etc., checks and further checks, and like that. Same way, a person should be a good individual, a reliable individual. And when I say reliable, it means something. Person should be safe, person should be serviceable, person should understand, person should know everything. And then applying in a way it should be applied, and that's very important. आप कोई भी काम करते हैं एक अच्छा काम होना चाहिए. अगर आप अच्छे आदमी हैं तो अच्छा सोच समझ के काम करेंगे, अपने माइंड से करेंगे, अपनी ताकत से करेंगे, अपने स्टैमिना से करेंगे. And that is very simple. It's not that, oh, somebody did like that, I do that. You have to check yourself, you have to examine it, you have to investigate it and do way best way what your mind says, and your mind must say what. And you should know that this energy which I am having is properly. Soul energy is very important point, which because and this relate to minds. No, soul energy relates to mind of everybody, and mind is very powerful. Mind stays here in head, and head means a container of mind, and mind contains soul, and soul is operator of our body parts, everybody's parts. It's not something I'm carrying you, but it's a fact one that without soul you cannot live, and we have to understand this fact. I'm not saying that scientifically it's true or not, but that's a different issue. The question is, does soul exist? That's first question. You have to answer yourself. You can answer only when you feel it or realize this. Do you believe in soul? आप आत्मा में विश्वास करते हैं क्या? ये प्रश्न उठेगा, उठता है, होना चाहिए. अगर आप ये प्रश्न नहीं उठाएंगे तो आप वैज्ञानिक नहीं हैं, आप सोच नहीं रखते साइंस की. वन शुड ऑलवेज रेज क्वेश्चंस इन लाइफ. First question to be raised to yourself, then that question should be raised to others also. If you can find answers from yourself, and we say, when I say yourself, it's your inner one. हर आदमी के अंदर एक शक्ति होती है जो उसके क्वेश्चन का जवाब दे सकती है. कोई क्वेश्चन जो आप करते हैं मंडेन वर्ल्ड में रह करते हैं, उसका आंसर आपको मिलना चाहिए. किसी भी तरह से आपको मिलेगा. जब तक आपको आंसर नहीं मिलेगा तो आपको माइंड आपको चैन से रहने नहीं देगा. आपको आंसर मिलना चाहिए. एंड दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. बैक Saul requires some answer. Saul forces everybody to raise this question. Saul says, you must know this. And if you don't know this, until if you're really a person of brilliance, you cannot sleep sound until you get that answer correctly. And when you get correctly, you feel a kind of a degree of pleasure. Oh, I got this answer. And if you get this answer yourself, you will be having higher degree of pleasure. You shall never forget it because you got a program of that answer in yourself. Whatever answer you find out through solve yourself, that shall get a like feedback in your memory of mind, and whenever is required in life, it shall be a permanent member of your memory. And that is really very, very important part. And once your memory is there, you will make further memory and memory, and your mind goes on and on with full load capacity one day. And when you can use that, you shall be very happy person in life. Oh, I got myself, I work very hard, and I can work very hard. It's not question of my age or what age. Even sometimes I see people having very, very old age and they think a lot. थिंकिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन लाइफ. सोचते क्या हैं आप? सोचना बहुत आवश्यक है. जो सोचता नहीं उसका माइंड काम नहीं करता. जो बात को समझता नहीं उसका माइंड काम नहीं करता. और उसका माइंड एक तरह से उतना ही काम करता है देखने का, एनालाइज करने का नहीं करता. इफ यू just view something or enjoy and don't think on that, don't just find a way, oh only this way I have, you don't find other way. You cannot chart out another way. That's not in your capacity. You cannot have that much potential, and that is really not good state of mind. You can say soul is weak and doesn't work. Soul soul is, it is very important part of life. In fact, this is life. Soul, atma, without which I cannot stay, you cannot stay, no one can stay, no animals can stay, no other creatures can stay. Soul cannot be seen, that is true, and that's why it's the kind of negative what you can say. It doesn't negative means no, it means mathematically it's negative, it's not be seen. Somebody told me, oh, this gives negative energy, this and that. I said, oh my god, negative is not bad, while positive is not good as well. When we say something positive, this means that is visible, that is acceptable, that is verifiable. But when we say negative, it is not verifiable physically, but it's verifiable mentally. Using mental power, you can verify some negativism, because soul has got negative capacity. Negative doesn't, again I said, doesn't mean no. This means negative power, which is invisible one, just like this on x-axis and y-axis. If you know graphics, sorry, if you know little about graphics, you'll say on x-axis and y-axis and z-axis, let's consider only x and y-axis in the plane figure. Axis on right, if you go on right side of x, you'll say it's all positive value, and from origin to go on left side, it's all negative x value. While if you say, okay, on vertically I go, y-axis is a positive and below is negative. It's only graphical indication of negative. Otherwise, both all sectors in this, all or quadrants in this are visible, and we can say that is different. There's only indicative form of negative. So I'm talking is value of negativism. Just like for example, we say micron. We say micron. What is micron? 10 to power minus 6, or 1 divided by 2 to power minus 6 means millionth part. Micron. Micron is negative. That's okay. We don't mind that. We use computer and systems. The systems are made of invisible things. If some system is made of invisibility, it's something very powerful, which means negative, but it is very, very powerful. We cannot control in that in our life. And our body is operated or ruled by negativism, and is part of soul. And because soul we cannot see, just like we cannot see electrical energy, electrical current, we can see only applications. We can use loads, we can use electrical energy in machines, we can use electrical energy in applications or appliances, and in computer also using electrical energy. So what I say is that that energy can be seen through appliances. I'm sorry. That energy can be seen through appliances, it cannot be seen directly by naked eyes. But there is another eye also behind these eyes, you should understand that. There's two physical eyes. Likewise, there is another eye behind the eye. Both eyes are two eyes which can see universe itself. And these eyes are not seen, just like mind is not seen. And medical science says eyes and minds are integral together. Whatever eyes look at, it tells mind, and mind views that's not eyes. I like act like only a telescopic, or you can say a kind of lens. I'm not going to discuss, just in my understanding I got thought the mind and eyes are integrated parts of body, and ventilation is done through nose, etc. So that every part has got certain meaning, certain application. Otherwise there is no meaning of these parts in our body. God has designed very well this engineering, this functionary, this body, this mechanism, this plant, this refinery, this refinery, the plant, etc. Our body is very big, mechanical, electrical, civil, electronics, IT, everything this is in this. All the disciplines of engineering and medical sciences and complete system exist. We have to realize that fact. I'm not saying that only we have to talk to doctor or to engineer. No, it's not. That's a concern. God itself is contained in fall. It's contained in fall. This is important singular part. The body is produced within a body. Body is produced within a body, and within that body there is a chamber in which this unit is produced automatically. There's no electrical energy supplied there, no light is there, no system is there, no electrical generator is there. Even then it works. And same applies to our body. Since our mobilization to earth, and at time of mobilization from this earth, or you can say since entry to this world and then living from this world, we work, body works without any shutdown. I told you before also, it continuously works like that. Sometimes I feel it's strange that why we do not contemplate on this issue, why people don't think about this issue, why do you always incline our minds and thoughts to material world. And that's also true that without material we cannot do anything. I should not condemn as well. Material is important, it is indeed right. Without material we cannot survive. But this is also right that without electrical energy, mechanical energy, or potential energy, or whatever other energy, kinetic energy, we cannot move ever. So, what energy we are getting from? What type of energy is that? Do we see that we are taking that energy? How small delivered his baby uh, enlarges to large size? Who operates this? How does it function? Yes, medical people shall tell you that's okay. Scientists will tell you, but my deliberation does not go into that direction because I'm talking something hypothetical, something imaginative, something which cannot be proven but felt. Feeling, feeling and sciences are different worlds. You cannot say feeling is same thing as science because science is logical. Science requires questions and answers to what, why, how, but feeling doesn't need that. So we have feeling part as well as analytical part. Everybody has that one. I have, you have, everyone has feeling part and then scientific part, which can be called system part. So my mind is a system, my body is a system, eyes system, mind system, nose system, mouth system, stomach system, leg system, what every part of body is a system, and connections and network of the systems of every part is called body, and in particular human body, which is class number one, and that's why it's called Mano means standard number one. I'm not trying to tell you that you have to accept this. First of all, I'm just making my submissions, what I think, what's coming in my mind, what's generated in my mind. I'm trying to deliberate that only, not beyond that. But my generation, my deliberation are very easy to understand if you just think of that. And thinking is itself a power. Thinking, सोचना, हिंदी में सोचना, and thinking in English, what does it mean? Thinking. Well, if you just take article meaning also, thin, Thinking, thinking or think. This is very powerful process, very powerful activity, very powerful tool, which other person cannot know what one is thinking. And thinking is a gift. If you can think a lot, you can do a lot. If you think a lot, you can concentrate a lot. And thinking means unit of concentration, and sequence of thinking means is formation of continuity of thinking, which means concentration at one point or at varying points, which ultimately culminate to one point of focus. Many times I talked in my coordination work, in my, you can say, management work, that thinking is very important, concentration is very important, communication is very important, or you can say coordination is very important. All these are linked together, or in chain these are. Without one you cannot do anything. If you are able to think and successfully you think, and even if you don't think successfully, you can come to level of success once you think more and more and more and more. Your mind is so powerful, our soul is so powerful that there is no limit. There can be a limit by atomic structure, there can be a limit by nuclear structure, but there is no limit and can never be a limit for mental status, which is operated by, or which is operated by power of soul. And soul, and I'm saying power of soul, soul is already there. It is to be empowered. my my focus is on how to empower one's soul. And if soul is empowered, sorry, a little. If your mind is empowered, I think soul is empowered fully. Don't think that mind is only this is small area. If you say here is a mind, this is physical area, this is a material area, and material has got in this atomic structure. Every metal has got atomic structure. Every element has got a structure, and this structure is we know chemistry wise, we know this proton, neutron, etc., etc. We know all that. This mind also has got so much within this that no research has been finally taken up. But use of mind is not stopped. Use is done by everybody. Somebody uses very little, and other person uses, you can say, to levels which one cannot imagine, and even that person who uses one that person cannot imagine. कल्पना से बाहर सोचना, कई बार कहते हैं यार पागल हो गया है, हम्म कितना सोच रहा है। नहीं, सोचने से कोई भी पागल नहीं होता। सोचने से कोई भी पागल नहीं होता। अगेन आई एम सेइंग, by virtue of thinking, by process of thinking, no one can ever get mad. Thinking is gift of God. Thinking is gift by mind. Thinking means you can go to whatever level, whatever level. My body may be weak, my mind may be weak, but power supply of mind or soul remains continuous. Sometimes we don't want to do anything, we want to sleep. It happens particularly in childhood when one is a student, no responsibility. Okay, I'm just going to go to school or university, attending classes, taking notes, understanding, coming back with homeworks, and I want to enjoy and relax because I worked a lot. I studied a lot in school, and I don't see boring ones because you are not finding any interest in that, and that is why you are getting bored. You don't like that subject, and oh, it's very boring. Mathematics is very boring. Trigonometry is very boring. History is very boring. Likewise, you say, oh, this is not my choice. My choice is music and dance. My choosing a play cards. My choosing this and that. Until you realize that you find interest in some subject, you say, yes, this is my interest. I want to. You never get tired in that. But in mathematics, oh, I don't like mathematics. I'm forced to do it because I get through examination. You say, oh, it's difficult one. Yes, you don't understand. But once you find meaning of subjects, oh, I'm getting good grasp of that. Or you might say, no, this is what you have to do. Yeah, I have to do this. I like it. Once you start liking, you get, you can say, a mastery of that subject in long run and short run both. Once you start understanding mathematical formula, particularly derivations, not memorized formula, you will find interest in that. Mathematics is particular subject for world because systems are formed based on mathematics and scientific mathematics. We have to be sure about that. And soul is available everywhere. When we do something, soul doesn't stay in heart or conscious, it stays in mind, and mind more becomes more and more powerful. I cannot say only student life is good for this. Student life is for training purpose, for feed up purpose, for inculcation of knowledge. But once you are fully educated, I mean to say considerably educated, you know what is your future, where you want to walk into. That time you can say your grasping power is much more than what you thought it to be. Your degree doesn't tell you what is your grasping power, but your mind tell you this is my grasp power, irrelevant to what degree I have got in. That degree is only for guidance purpose, but not for your life purpose. Your life will come from out of your own working. Working doesn't mean hours of work. Working means in whatever work you are engaged or occupied, you have to be sure about that. You have to be efficient and proficient in that. And one time you shall be an expert at it. So I am master of this. I'm doctor of this. I'm this. That is what you say. Development of your own soul is that you can say. equipment, if you say otherwise, is not, let's say it's an imaginary equipment. Soul is an imaginary machine. Soul is an imaginary machine which is established in my physical machine, visible machine of my body. That machine is available in my body, in every part of my body, in the domain of that part, in the spectrum of that part. And that part is operated by this equipment which I name Soul. Soul equipment, it depends on you. How do you take it? Soul equipment can be used in feet for more strength. It can be used in arms for more strength, for legs for more strength, for genital for more strength, for face for more strength, or for whatever purpose, by support of natural agencies like sun rays, water, rain, or air, heat, whatever you can say, that reshapes your blood flow and your mind soul flow. This must be clearly understood. And if you can understand that, you shall move yourself, you shall be self proactive. Nobody will say you do it, your mind will say you do it. Mind becomes very powerful once it is fully in force. It is in full force, you can say, and force. It you are, you can say, system. Your mind is system within system, and your mind is operative system. That mind cannot be defined by whatever science, but it can be felt. Sometimes your mind becomes intuitive. Sometimes it becomes materialistic. Sometimes it becomes, you can say, enlarging itself. Sometimes, no, I want to rule our world. I want to do everything in this regard. I don't wait for someone. It's my job. I have to do, and I have to find more and more and more. I don't want to do anything. I want to sleep. I am tired. Why should I do this? Not my job. Oh, no, no, no. Even if it's not my job, I do it. I answer and question, both are there. Your question is your answer, and your answer is your question. Mind is your parent. Mind is your guest. Mind is your master. Mind is your trainer. And that mind means power of soul. Don't think I'm talking of structure of mind. No. I'm talking of something in mind which you may call soul, Atma, if you want to name it. Otherwise, don't worry. But some entity exists there. That entity is very much responsible for your development, development of personality, development of professionalism, development of generality, development of focus on destiny, development of why you're alone in isolation, and development of your total work, development of society, and development of whatever you want, and ultimately development of one's own potential. What a soul has in a start doesn't remain same. It either goes down or it goes enhanced. When it goes enhanced, it's bonus for you, and enhancement of that soul up, you can say, adding potential to that soul. It remains in hands of individual. Power of soul is not a subject, it's not a domain, because without this, there can be no subject. Without this, there can be no human. So it is something unknown. And when something is unknown, it is secret. It's mystery. One has to reveal it out. One has to take it out to know. I'm talking about. I can see my face, I can see my body. I cannot see soul. But without seeing it, without viewing it, without really verifying its physical or verification of its materialistic conduct, we use it without knowing that we use it. Sometimes what happens, I don't want to talk, I don't do anything. Even then, I think. I don't want to do anything, and I don't want to think. but I don't know who forces me to think, or that person thinks and tell me. Means there is something. This means there may be some entity in my soul, in my mind, and that entity is soul, somebody else soul. Therefore, not necessary it is that in your mind there is only your soul. There may be soul from soul, super soul. There will be soul from other senior people, or who can impact upon you, who can who can give you something, who can give you something in some form. So I say, if I use my soul to best of possible requirement, I should not say, "Oh, I am tired." I would never say. If I don't use soul, I would say I'm tired, because soul drives energy from nature and delivers energy to human body, which goes through soul to body parts. So I'm excited. Oh, I've been working. I do very hard work. I don't know how this work has happened. I don't take help from anybody. It happens. मुझे लगता है ओ मैंने ये काम किया है, लेकिन मैं नहीं जानता ये कैसे हो गया। मैं करता रहा हूँ कितने घंटों से, कितने दिनों से, लेकिन अब ऐसे लगता है कि हो कैसे गया, मुझे ध्यान नहीं आ रहा, क्योंकि आपका काम हो गया। Your soul has worked, and that soul has given you relief also, because it doesn't give you fatigue. It's not affected by any force, but it doesn't give you any trouble. It trains your body parts, and you continue to work even after being tired or being a pain in some part. Continue to work, and you got. So I got through this. Or something is very very different. I was discussing about aura on human being. I told that minimum everybody who has got some sound mind must have 80 meters diameter, 80 meters diameter, which I derived from formula using sphere and diameter from that formula of sphere, and reached somewhere 80 meters. Building is resting on everybody's head, even you are too young. 80 meters means about 20 to 25 stories building. That envelope or that sphere, you can say, and if we consider a sphere, we say global, and there's no end. This is a global community, if I say. So my soul is, say, with a normal use of mind in micron terms, micron that's 2 power 10 to the power minus 6, it gives me 80-meter diameter of that aura. But I want to work more. In that, 400,000 pages may be stored. Those pages may be A4 size. These could be stored on surface of that aura, and these I can read. And you say, oh, I was too young that time. I was in class third standard, fourth standard. At the time I did this, and that indicative scene is stored in that page, a spherical page, spherical surface, and that is my own property, which I was sleeping, I was dreaming, I dreamed that, or I recall it that times it happened. Even if I'm not sleeping, I'm not dreaming, I can recall from here. I can recall from my aura surface. But I'm not happy with that. Why I only do this? I'm a man of universe. I am representing universe. I think that way. Oh no, no, no. I am representing. I am representative of universe or of God. Can you believe it? If you think that way, I'm saying when I say I doesn't mean myself. This means I talk on behalf of you. If I say you, if I say I, it doesn't matter. It's same. So are you representative of God? If your question arises in mind, can you answer this? क्या आप भगवान का प्रतिनिधित्व करते हैं? ये आप कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कह सकते हैं? आपको डरे हो रहे हो, क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? नहीं, बात नहीं कर रहे, सच बोल रहे हैं. It is true. If you are representative of God, which you can be if you have energy, if you have tolerance, If you are not inclined towards material achievement but through development, if you are only interested in improving what God has done, if you are able to maintain that, keep it up, or improve it, that is where, without any aim of getting or earning more and more, you may not be getting any benefit, but you get benefit of service. You get benefit of service to God. Again, I'm saying it is not religious talk, just to remind you, it is personal talk or something to let others understand what I say. It's not my intention. It's through unknown source of power I got this information. And that is very, very attractive, very, very powerful in terms of energy. I get energy. Which energy? I said, some say, oh, this is negative energy is talking. Okay, negative energy. What's wrong with negative? If you multiply negative by negative, what do you get? Positive. Mathematical race. Negative and multiply negatives to get positive. And if negative is added to negative, it's got negative augmented. नेगेटिव ऑगमेंटेड, अगर आप घटा को निशान को घटा के निशान से गुणा करेंगे तो जमा हो जाता है आंसर। अगर आप घटा के निशान को घटा में जोड़ेंगे तो एक बड़ी बड़ी वैल्यू का घटा बन जाता है। सॉल्व is so powerful, much more than your thought, much more than everything else, that we cannot understand it. I at least cannot understand it through physical means, but through mental means it can be understood. And that is through concentration. Sometimes I feel I say work on computer, I compose something on words or somewhere else, and I feel something is there. Some indication comes to me through my soul. What way it comes to me by tick 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 or by something else means it forces me without speech that check your work, audit your work. Something is required to be corrected, which you have not done rightly. This means, and when I look at that, I do that, I try to find, I really find that error. This means I am working, it doesn't mean I am working alone. If I am working with my own efforts, with available information, I am also served by someone else who I don't know. That's all. Always remains with me and helps me. And if it doesn't have perfection in that subject, it brings someone else's soul to levy, sit with me and check it. It is system. We cannot say no, just like sun gives energy without demanding. I don't write application to sun to give me energy. I don't write application to air also. Same with the rain as well as whatever else. I don't say here, come on, I will breathe you. Automatic it comes. It doesn't stop so efficient these agencies are. These natural agencies tell us, teach us, you are nothing, boys, girls, human beings, and others. You are nothing. You want rest, you want to sleep, you want to go to whatever you want to say, relax. I don't know the hard, but we do not charge any money from you, but we work all times. I don't say from morning to evening, we work as and when it is necessary to be with you without even asking you. दैट पॉइंट वी हैव टू रियलाइज, सोचना चाहिए हमको, आखिर हम ये क्यों बात कर रहे हैं। मेरी को जरूरत है, अगर जरूरत है, इफ आई रिक्वायर एनर्जी, आई वुड गेट इट। इफ आई एम ऑनेस्ट, आई एम सिंसियर, I'm thinking, I think always, I'm working for that power who delivered me onto this land, this earth. That power expects me to do something for planned work, and I will do it. But if I am awakened, if I understand my duty, nobody would tell me to do this. That's first point. That's all will not, but it's out of my assignment. Whatever assignment I do, it would come from that. Hey, you have to do it. Hey, mister, you have to do it. You didn't do that. Sometimes it happens that you forget something. Don't even think of that. Some indication comes from your inner. Oh, that work is pending. By chance it comes. By chance, oh, I forgot in today's schedule to do that. I should have done it. Okay, no, good, no problem. Oh, I do tomorrow. No, 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 not tomorrow, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't believe. Tomorrow I don't believe. I want now. So with excessive energy, refined energy, ad hoc energy, I start doing that activity or that work, which is very much powerful, and we cannot say no. It is to be done. That is very, very important. Well, this is my analytical feeling. I am not saying conscious of feeling, but analytical feeling. I analyze like this. This means there can be analysis for feelings, there can be analysis of weaving, there can be analysis of readings and writing, and circumstantial thinking based analysis we conduct about whatever. दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. साउल को समझना इतना आसान नहीं है, लेकिन इतना मुश्किल भी नहीं है. सॉल इज ओनली योर फ्रेंड विच कैन नॉट लीव यू. Saul is your real friend which does not leave you even in your worst times. If you don't have money to eat, if you don't have water to drink, if you don't have clothes to wear, if you don't have anything, but you shall have reliable friendship of your soul. You may be involved in accident. You may be in hospital, under ventilation. You may be in ICU. You may be wherever else. Soul cannot leave you. You may be dreaming, you may be sleeping, you may be enjoying, you may be doing some work with your people, you may be sleeping with your wife, doing sexual work, doing educational work, doing teaching, or driving, or doing, or working. Soul cannot leave you. There's a complete bondage between your soul basic and your mind and body. It cannot leave you even for a fraction of a second. Cannot leave you. Soul आपको छोड़ के नहीं जा सकती जब तक ये आपकी soul है. ये आपकी दोस्त है, ये आपकी पेरेंट है, ये आपकी कॉलीग है, ये आपकी गाइड है, ये आपकी कुछ भी रिलेशन में है, ये छोड़ के आपको नहीं जाएगी. इतना बात को समझिए. दिस इज ऑल analytical work I am trying to do currently and telling you what is coming into my mind. I'm not reading any book. I did not read any book as such, but I'm just thinking. And thinking takes you to that real position, that real state where whatever you're thinking about, that item talks to you through soul. Soul in my body is not something which can be measured, is not something which can be seen, is not something which can be purchased, is not something which can be sold or whatever can do it. It's your friend, only friend, indispensable friend. Friend in need is a friend in. It is that friend which helps you all times, even if you do not seek help from it. That is dynamic beauty of this. That is real destination, and it changes you from time to time. It remains very tyrannic when you are student of standards in school, or you go to college, you don't have full-time occupation, you just want to play, you just want to do this. At that time, soul doesn't use your mind powerfully, but it likes to use mind for powerfully, because soul's food is your mind and mind's accommodation is soul. Eyes, mind, tongue, thinking, blood, everything. Because soul can solve every problem in life. If you have problems in life, don't worry. Your monitor, your guide, your friend, your colleague, your real friend always remains with you, even if you don't give any cup of tea or food to that friend. That friend just wants to help you, but if we don't want to be helped, that is unfortunate. I don't want to be helped. I have my own capacity. Oh, no, 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 no. I have a strong capacity. I'm very powerful. I can remember everything. I can go to work. Then don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I'll do it. Don't tell me all this. Don't preach to me. I understand everything. Confident statement. Confidence statement. What do you say about this? What is confidence? What is confidence? This is confidence that I got power. This is confidence I am not alone. This is confidence. I used to read self talking is very powerful phenomenon. If you have nothing to talk to anyone, if there is no one with you, don't think that you don't have anyone with you, because you have someone in you, sometimes many someone in you, many someones. You know that. Don't get excited. Don't get scared. I'm not talking of ghosts. I'm talking of evil spirits. I'm talking of sections of your soul. Your soul may be very powerful soul, very enlargeable soul, very long soul, very tolerable soul. Your soul may cross complete solar system itself. Your soul may reach God. That is possible. And people reach. Those people who work a lot in thinking, in seriousness, in serially, in mind, on topic, focus on something, and one attempt is left only when they reach their particular friend, and whom I call God. God is friend. It's not friend of earth. It's different friend. It's a friend which shall cook for me. Yes, fry and FRI and it is, I consider FRY fry and fry and END means my edge where I want to use, what I want to use, at which I want to use something that is my friend, and that is that end where my friend sits, and that is called God. So I am helped by that God, and that part, that end is my friend. I am not alone. This means my track is also available, which is invisible from my mind to that location of friend. I can go there, I can come back there, or messages can be sent from there, and I can send messages from here. That is digital world. So that is another world. That is soul world. Soul is higher level, because digital world depends upon maximum micron or nano or something like that. But I'm talking of something else. Infinity, or can say, just like I use my term quadrillion, meaning some powers use, I can say millennium, nanillion. Likewise, that way I can say mentally I can reach there. It can cross solar system itself, which is about many billions in diameter, which can go to whatever else. So soul takes me there. My body cannot jump even, I cannot fly even 2 or 3 feet or 90 centimeter below ground. I can't fly. I can't fly even for 1 hour. Forget about days. I can't fly. Yeah, my mind can fly in time. Mind तो उड़ता है, बड़ी तेजी से उड़ता है, बड़ी तेजी से. I just calculated how Earth moves. Earth moves in two ways, on its perpetual axis and also in its orbital motion around the Sun. When you calculate its perpetual motion on its own axle, its speed is about 1800 kilometer per hour. This means Earth remains in motion, which you can't see. Same way, Earth revolves around Sun, orbits in solar system around Sun, which runs at speed of 1.25 lakhs kilometer or 125,000 kilometer per hour. Can you believe it? But it is a fact. My calculation very, you can say ordinary. It doesn't give anything specific, but just an idea. So I'm talking of idea. Saul is my favorite these days because I got pleasure in that, which you may not get, but you one day will get. It is not possible if you think of Saul, if you think of something, if your mind is very powerful, remains more and more energy, and you get more and more powerful, you shall really get pleasure more than when you enjoy sex with someone. It is more pleasurous that you use mental sex. You know that? Mental sex. This is only possible through soul. Be careful. I'm talking of soul. I'm not talking of mind and body. I'm talking of soul, which has no bounds. Body has bounds. Body has dimensions. Body has weight. Body has a volume. Body has limitations. But soul is not having any corner, any shape, anything as such. It's up to you how you can design it, how can you shape it, how can you understand it. And that's what I'm understanding. When I refer to 80-meter diameter sphere, it means something. Imagine 80 meters diameter, 20 story or more stories, 25 story, let us say, a building on your head, and this building is globular or even tower. You're moving in that. Yes, that's why it's your building. You have every right to go into your building. Nobody can stop you. क्यों नहीं जा सकते आप बिल्डिंग में अपनी? क्या प्रॉब्लम है आपको? आप जाइए, उसको देखिए, उसको समझिए, उसको जानिए. Your building. It's not my building. It's your building. This building of so much height and in globe and surface for there are about 400,000 A4 size papers, and you can travel on them. You can see whatever cinemas, 2 hours and 2 hours and a half viewed in your life, or what you did in life, whatever what you have done right, wrong, what you think, you can move into that surface area and see, oh, this is my this sector, this is my that sector, and think of only you can go. There can be encroachments also by other souls because if you are saying, oh, I have got 80-meter diameter sphere on my head, so there's another person also who must also have 80-meter minimum. So let's say you are sleeping, you are walking, you are working, you are sitting in groups, or if not in groups, at least one person, two-person. Those envelopes while you're asleep thing why you're asleep, because when you're not sleeping you're working, that is not open, that is squeezed or zoomed to normal size, very size, much shorter than brain volume. While sleep, all these remain active. Your aura opens, auricle opens, and you can travel in that. And this means your oracle, because it's not solid, it's not iron, it is magnetic, it can induct into other aura which may be 10 meters from you, 5 meters from you, but our size is, since you from your forehead, if you go horizontally, it may be 40 meter this way and 40 meter this way and 40 meter upwards and 40 meter upwards. So you can have chances, opportunities to overlap or engage other persons or us who may be in vicinity we are sitting, and you can move into your aura, can bring images from there, or it can send its images to that, so that person may view your files and you may view that person's file, and so, oh, I was in dream and I saw that. So dream is something reality, scientific reality, because that's not dream, that is reference in aura. Name is dream. Name is Sopan also in Hindi. Sopan. So means self. Pan means style. What your self? What your self? You have to see yourself, I say. That's I'm talking myself say, but I'm not talking, don't worry. I'm not talking myself. Somebody else in talking me. But now you'll say, oh, his mind is gone out. He cannot say anything. What nonsense is talking? No, 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 no. Yes, this is a fact. I'm not talking. I'm just acting as medium. I'm an instrument. I'm equipment. I'm transmitter. Somebody else is talking to me through me, and that is bad because its representative is here. If it's representative, yes, I am representative. Yes, I consider myself representative. What's wrong in that? If I say I am representative of superpower, what's wrong with that? You be representative. No appointment letter will be given to you. You have to appoint yourself. Your thoughts should generate like that. I am representing because I am not stuck to mundane world. I am not stuck to material world. If you're not stuck to material world, you can get that capacity which everybody cannot get. If you are involved in materialism, if you go to only oh, material is my life, I want to build this house, I want to do this, I want to own this and that, then you are materially oriented. Your soul shall not work to that extent as you work for material, because soul is not interested in material. Soul is only interested to use material. That is only difference. You are not going to use material. You make that material wealth, but soul does not make its wealth. So there is a big difference, considerable difference. You are materially oriented because you believe in materialism more than nature, more than God. You don't believe in yourself, but you believe in wealth. Oh, this is my wealth, this is my balance sheet, this is what I own. But in fact, it's not yours because soul does not accept it, soul does not recognize it wealth for itself. Reason being, this material cannot go with you when you demobilize from earth. Your this encasing or your housing in name of body also cannot go. It shall not even be used as salvage material. It's completely scrap, and it cannot even be sold in terms of scrap. So it will be either buried or cremated. So soul cannot stay there, and your material has got no relation to that. So what I mean to say is, I'm not saying hate material. No, material is material because without material, world cannot exist. World itself is material, and that's why we say Arth Shastra, economical science, economy, Earth, lithosphere plus aerosphere. This science, this planet is called Earth. This means whatever money we talk of, whatever wealth we talk of, it's nothing from nature. It is from Earth, but Earth is from nature. I am from nature. I have to live on this earth. Therefore, my body is composed of so many organic materials which survive on earth, which are available on earth. If I live on some other planet, this composition may not work. I don't know. There will be different properties on that planet or in air, or I live in air, then I will be related to, say, my density of body be less than density of air. Here, my density is much more than here. Everybody say, I'm, if you see your volume is how much, you check your volume from head to toe, how many cubic meter or cubic centimeter one is, and what weight you have, and what is the weight of your volume of air. So you say, I'm much, many times weight of error to my volume. This means this earth is meant for this body, which is material based, material composed, but because this body cannot work itself, there is an operator in this, there is an engine in this, and that engine is soul. Engine which requires power, and that power of, you can say, motion, our body uses from that. That's power supply to this body for every part, and we add some additional fuel on top of fuel, say food and water or whatever else, to keep it up in motion, in work mode. If you see volume, just see how scale wise it is. One cannot even realize what size to be understood. If you say body size, body volume, what is size of your head, what is the volume of your head, what is the volume of your nose, nostril, what's the volume of your eyes, volume. Likewise, what is volume of stomach? What is volume of stomach? That is also a part to be understood. Volume of stomach is very very small if you compared to your body. Somebody told me, if you see this much, this much, you can say this much, this much. This is volume of body stomach. This means this is small volume. Maybe 1/1000 or 1/2000 of volume of your body is only stomach. So you need only this much fuel. So think of volume of soul. What's volume of soul? When it is in compressed form or zip form, or whereas in open form. Open form is this volume. Whole body is volume, but when it's not open, very small volume. Atomic size, proton size, neutron size, electron size, nucleus size, whatever size I say, I don't know. I'm not seeing it, but feeling is more important than seeing in human body. We can see it, yes, we can see it in dreams. When it's isolated from body, physical body, you can see yourself in dream, you can see others, your friends in dream. Also, you're talking of dreams, that this is not scientific subject. Yes, it is not scientific, so no, it's science subject. It's something related to soul. Your soul is there, part of soul is there, but your soul is also gone roaming from your body for timing down sleeping and seeing somewhere else. Oh, I'm bored. I want to see you, my dear friend. How are you? I go to other or I have you. Oh, your aura is very good. You go, I don't want your aura. I'm not happy with you. I'm going back. Or I'm sleeping in somewhere else. So I'm sleeping in the bed. I sleep somewhere else. I dance somewhere else. I meet someone. I attend some class. This happens in dreams. Oh, you say, oh, this is all imagination. Don't worry about this. This is nothing to do with your life. This hypothetical. Listen, why are you wasting my time? I'm not in dreams. Okay, you are under this dreams, but for dreams, your life is dream. Got the point? For that life, your life is dream. And for your dream, this mundane life, that power life is dream, that soul life is dream, and for that super world or other world we say not super world, this mundane world is dream. So we are having dreams on both ends. It is dream because it is to extinguish. It is go away. One day we have to leave. So this is dream, of course. Somebody lives for 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, or whatever. This is that tiny dream. But your soul is not going to extinguish. It shall be there and there and there and there forever. It's not permanent home. It's enjoying your body for few years. Well, that's to earth years, not that those years. Is enjoying and you are enjoying too. When you say enjoy, this means you are happy, you're feeling pleased, your conscious is happy. I'm saying conscious because mind happiness is something different. Mind is a pump. That power is so powerful, that soul is so powerful. It doesn't care for anything because it is not impacted upon any kind of energy. Any kind of energy. Some people say, oh, this is negative energy. This shall impact upon you. Yes, that is right. It shall impact upon my soul, but shall not kill my soul, shall not destroy my soul. It can be either absorb my suppose somebody sends to me or to my soul some negative energy to destroy me or to do some cause some problem with me. That energy shall come to me, strike my soul. Maybe it enters my soul and then to my body parts. Yes, it can cause problems to my body parts. That's true. I may have pain. I may have some other problem. Instantly, I may not be able to sleep because it enters my mind. But it cannot be successful. Either it shall be dissolved by mind or it shall be grappled, it shall go away. Either of this depends upon if it's high pressure soul or it's low pressure soul. If it's higher than my pressure or it's lower than my pressure of soul, it depends. Maybe, and it's not easy to selfless soul to someone. It is not possible at all because that soul doesn't want to take risk. It wants to sleep. Only small portion comes out, and the impact sequences you all generally we call negative energy. But I'm not talking of negative energy. My energy itself is negative. Power of soul energy itself negative. So there is no question of worrying about that negative or positive, because it is working, therefore it is positive. Though it is negative, but it is cooperating in my work, it is negative, I can say. आपको कितना समझ आया मैं नहीं जानता, आप समझने का शौक भी रखते हैं मैं नहीं जानता, आप कितना समझ सकते हैं मैं नहीं जानता, लेकिन यदि आप समझेंगे तो साइंटिफिकली समझेंगे, नहीं समझेंगे तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं समझेंगे। ये बात कोई सब्जेक्ट में नहीं है, ये सोचने में है, एक्सपोनेंशियल वर्क है। मैंने बात तो नंबर्स की करनी है, लेकिन इस हॉल पे मैं टिका हुआ हूँ क्योंकि मैं खुद भी नहीं समझा अभी तक कि क्या करना है आपसे बात। इतना लिखना तो आसान नहीं है क्योंकि पढ़ने का जमाना चला गया। पढ़ना कोई चाहता नहीं, लिखना कोई चाहता नहीं, समझना कोई चाहता नहीं। भविष्य बता दीजिए, भविष्य मैं बताता नहीं, क्योंकि भविष्य बताने का क्या होता है, होता क्या है भविष्य से बताइए आप। मान लीजिए मैं आपको कुछ बता भी दूं, क्या करेंगे आप? ओ मेरे भविष्य में ये है, बस मुझे अब कुछ नहीं करना, ये तो हो जाएगा अपने आप। जी नहीं साहब, अपने आप नहीं होगा, कुछ भी नहीं अपने आप होगा। अपने आप कुछ नहीं होता। भगवान को भी काम करना पड़ा था, जमीन जब बनी थी, आसमान जब बना था, सोलर सिस्टम जब बना था, और इंसान का डिजाइन जब किया था, अब भी करता है। छोटे से बड़ा वही करता है। अपने आप कुछ नहीं होता। आपका शरीर भी काम कर रहा है, जब आप खाना खाते हैं, पानी पीते हैं, अपने आप तो वो भी नहीं कर रहा। सूरज भी निकलता है तो आपको धूप में जाना पड़ता है एनर्जी लेने के लिए। अगर बारिश को एंजॉय करना है तो बाहर जाना पड़ता है। पानी पीने के लिए पानी को मुंह में डालना पड़ता है, खाने के लिए खाने को मुंह में डालना पड़ता है, तब जाके कुछ होता है। अपने आप तो कुछ भी नहीं होता। अपने आप तो शरीर भी नहीं चलता, अपने आप तो सांस भी नहीं चलती, आपको फीलिंग नहीं होती, लेकिन आपका कुछ ना कुछ तो कंट्रीब्यूशन होता है। आप नॉर्मल होते हैं तो सांस चलता है, नहीं सांस चलता है तो आपको तकलीफ होती है। फिर आप कैसे कह सकते हैं? ऑटोमेटिज्म तो एक डिसेप्शन है, एक भ्रम है। ऑटोमेशन एक होता है कि एक तरह से मैकेनिकल हेल्प हमको मिल रही है, जो हमको बार बार नहीं मिल रही, लेकिन उसका ओरिजिनल वर्क तो ऑटोमेटिक नहीं होता, उसमें तो मेहनत की जाती है, फार्मूला डालना होता है। इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ थोड़ा समझिए। सॉल को समझना बहुत आसान है, और अगर आपको समझने का शौक नहीं है तो ये कभी भी समझ नहीं आएगी। You can never understand what is soul, how does it work, what is meaning behind this, if you don't have any interest to understand this, to realize its nature. Of course, it is not seen. There is no instrument that can tell you whether or not soul exists in you. It exists in you. Reason is, answer is, reference is, or whatever you can say, logic is, or you can say its claim is that you are a living being until you become non-living being. Until you leave this body, your soul works. You cannot say it doesn't work, and even after leaving this body, it shall continue to work, but with some freedom, because it shall not be confined in your mind and body parts. It shall be free at large in universe. So that is different situation completely, and that is very important part of life. I'm not saying you accept what I say. I would never state that, because whatever coming to my mind, I'm speaking, and I shall think on and keep on thinking based on my own coordination, based on what my soul speaks to me to speak to you. My soul is my friend, my soul is my colleague, my soul is myself, my soul is world, my soul is this, if it helps me all time. It never told me, no, I don't work for you. It never told you, don't use me. It never told you, didn't ask me for any help. It didn't ask me, but it feels happy if I use it. Only entity soul which feels happiness, which feels energetic, feels enthusiasm, etc., etc., when it is used by body, if it is used by mind, if it is used by other parts of body, that is very, very important part. It never ever stops. It doesn't like to stop. Only entity in the universe that doesn't stop. It doesn't cause any problem. It doesn't demand anything. It never questions, but it asks me what you have to do. It tells you what you have to do. It knows very well what I'm doing. It knows very well what I'm thinking. It can change my route. It can change my what I have to do. That plan, it can do whatever it is because it keeps complete watch on my proposals, my actions, my doings, my thinking, my working. And even if I am angry or I am not angry, it takes care of me. That's I follow. Now you can say it is soul or it's a conscious, whatever it is. I would say no, it is soul only. Soul. It is very important functions, free of cost. It is free of hard work, and it has been with me even from my date of birth and before that. Maybe it was there with me when I was getting constructed by God in my mother's womb. At that time, it was with me, but I cannot guarantee that one. But since the moment I was delivered, it started work with me, and it remained with me integrated. It shall remain with me all time. It depends upon me how I use it, how it cooperates with me, what it tells me. That is called self understanding, internal understanding. I don't say books would tell me everything, but knowledge is light, knowledge is illumination, lux, highest lux it has. My soul remains in my mind where there is no sun rays, there is no electricity, there is nothing, but soul still works there. And when I see dream, I see in complete light and darkness both. So that is a specific part of what is saying. Therefore, understanding of soul is very, very significant part of life. If you are able to understand soul, you can solve every problem. In fact, soul is solution. Solve, soul is solve. It solves, its function is solve problem. Its function is also to give problem, but its function also is supported to solve that problem because it is teacher. It's my teacher. It's my friend. It's my boss. It's my kid. It's my everything. Because whatever actions I do in life, or whatever actions it tells me to, those depend upon what sort of action is that. If in childhood I it tells me you have to do this. You have to walk, you have to run, you have to do, you have to go to school, you have to bring this and that. And accordingly, whatever in age, it acts accordingly. Means development of age, development of person is directly proportional to development of status of soul. Soul's potential is never constant. It keeps on enhancing itself, augmenting itself. Augmentation cannot be measured in terms of metric units, other units, but in feeling, in efficiency, in time, in everything, whatever schedule is met with, and what level of concentration one has, what level of anxiety you have, what level of hard work capacity one has. It keeps on moving like that. It sometimes goes in depression also because at that time its power is reduced because you don't want to work, you want to, you got upset. I told you I would take rest, I would sleep, and this. Oh, why should I work? I didn't get a success. It happens. I failed. I don't know why, but you do not know. Saul says, "Don't worry. You did not fail. Where did you fail? Oh, you just sleep. That's it. You got sleep. And while that sleep, you enjoy life." That is what Saul says. Oh, it's like that. Yes, it's like that. Oh, I think then I just think, oh, that was my error. I am not a good person. I could not understand what Saul said. Oh, I'm incompetent. I condemn myself. And British, I'm busted because condemnation is that. Oh, no. Yes, that's right. Don't worry. That's instantly you are in depression. I pull you out. I pull you out. You're not in depression. You are a mistake. You didn't listen to me. I was your monitor, I was teacher, I was a professor. You did not listen to me. You just wanted to run. I said, no, stop. You said, no, I run. And you fell. You collapsed. No problem. I give you more energy. You'll be happy. Take it, use it, and do it again. That is what is soul. So, do you understand what is soul? I still could not understand, be very frank. I'm talking to you. I shall be talking to you later on also. I shall be talking to you from time to time. From time to time, all time. Even then, I won't be knowing fully what I talk to you. Because my talking sequence goes on and on and on and on and on. I don't know why. Believe me, I didn't write anything. Today also, yesterday also. And I would not write anything but continuing, and ultimately jump to numbers. And to talk of those, which is very, very important part of this science, this unknown science, you can say, not recognized science, this science of nature. Your science is physical, but this science is natural. Natural, because it is soul. It doesn't need any recognition. First of all, you have to recognize it through priming soul. Priming soul is already there for permanent soul. You have to recognize your soul, and you have to use it like software, like something else, like print out hard page, or like whatever. It's up to you. How do you use it? If you can use it perfectly, it is perfect for you. If you abuse it, it is no use. Nothing will go from soul. Your time will go in, and it's, oh, I lost this time. It was my mistake. I have to repeat this activity. That portion is very cumbersome if you think likewise. Therefore, my dear friends, I would have different approach here. I would say, don't worry. Soul is soul. It's not my enemy. In fact, it is my best friend. It is my best relation. It is my personal relation. It is my, you can say, family. It is my child. It is my wife. It is my pattern. It is my parent. It is my relative. It is my guru. Whatever you say, it can be. Or ultimately, it's part of nature. It's part of that power. Who is my major power, and I am whose unit. This means soul can use you, and you can use soul for establishing connection to your Godfather. Maybe physically you cannot see that, but mentally it happens. That Father will keep you sending messages more and more so that you can use them potentially, you can use them sincerely. Of course, it shall take some time. It should take some time because it is original work. It is not copy with references, or I have taken from this book and that book and reference. It is your own original work, and you must have pride in your mind, in your state, that you understand what is soul. Understanding chemistry is easy, physics understanding is easy, engineering is easy, medical easy, but understanding soul is different world. It's not this world. No doctor can tell you what is function of soul in your body, but doctor can do whatever you want to do, examination and diagnosis and treatments. Medical science can do, but medical science does not tell where from your body is living with support of, and where to it goes after body is extinguished. They will say, okay, it's my heart attack. They will say, this has been reason, but what is reason behind that reason, that is not known. How delivery is made, they know. But how body gets power, they don't know. How body releases power, they don't know. And what is meaning of death, that is certification only. But nobody can tell what is real meaning of death or demobilization of soul from this world. That is the important point. I can find some relief in speaking this, because it's interesting sometimes to me. It's although I talk and talk and talk to self without speak. Sometimes I speak also. I talk to self and soul, and this soul then takes me to nature to talk to. So I talk to my powers, God powers, nature powers, which tell me you do this in my own tongue words. They don't speak directly. Whatever I say at that time I speak, I don't know what I spoke. If there is questions to them, I get answer through my own tongue, which I never thought of what I would speak. But something comes, oh, that is answer. And when I apply that answer, I find successful, and that's what is important part here. So why you may be saying he's laughing, he's smiling. Believe me, I love it. I like to laugh and smile because subject is so boring. If I don't laugh and don't show this, so what is talking of? We don't understand this. We don't want to talk about this. Ah, he's talking religion. No, my dear, no. There is no religion. It is soul, Atma. I don't believe in any religion because every religion is evidenceless. Every religion. There is no religion in the world which can say this is answer to your question. So I don't accept this imperfect religion. Many religions are there, but all are incomplete. All say imagination, imagination. Oh, this happened in those days. No, which days? Tell me, how did it happen? How is human born? How is human? Where does it go? You cannot get answer from them because those are human constructed religions, human established religions, not by. But soul is not human religion. Soul is not religion. Real religion is soul. Original religion is soul, Atma. It doesn't differentiate whether it goes to this religion or to that religion or to this religion or to that religion. It is same form in everyone, including other creatures, animals, birds, etc., etc. This means we have to respect, we have to think in different mode, completely different mode, and it is called soul engineering, you may say. You can magnify your soul, you can give more amplitude to your soul, you can do more research on your soul. It is very important part of life. And if you cannot do that, you miss a lot. You miss a lot and lot and lot. मेरा मतलब कहने का ये, आप घबराइए नहीं। सॉल आपकी है, आपके पास है, कोई छीन नहीं सकता इसको। ज्ञान से भी बढ़ के ज्ञानी है ये ज्ञान देगी आपको, ध्यान देगी आपको, सहायता करेगी आपकी, हेल्प करेगी आपकी। ऐसा कोई सेक्टर नहीं जिसमें ये हेल्प नहीं कर सकती, प्रोवाइडेड आप इसको सही रखें, बशर्ते आप इसको सही रखें। इफ यू कीप इट इंटैक्ट, यू कैन नो वॉट एवर मच 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 मोर, एंड दैट शैल बी वेरी यूजफुल फॉर एवरीवन। ये बात समझना, सॉल के बारे में बात करना, कुछ लोग कहेंगे ये पंडित की बात करता है, बिशप की बात करता है, प्रीचर है। नहीं, ना मैं पंडित हूँ, ना बिशप हूँ, ना प्रीचर हूँ, ना मुल्क, कुछ मुझे लेना देना नहीं है। मैं फिर कह रहा हूँ, रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ यूनिवर्स, प्रतिनिधित्व कर रहे हैं हम ब्रह्मांड का, समझ लीजिए। क्या पाप नहीं है वो? नहीं, बिल्कुल पाप नहीं है। I can represent, you can represent. After all, we are all representative of God. What's wrong with that? If I'm not interested in mundane world, I'm not interested in material. If I am interested in mundane world, then mundane world shall come into my way of understanding soul and understanding nature, and appointing myself or considering myself what I'm doing. What's my job? And my job is that I'm agent of that universe. I'm agent of God, and that is really wonderful. If you get agency, what else you want? You got representation, you got power, you can do whatever you wish to do. You can think on things, it doesn't cost you. Just you have to take food and sleep and be young and be healthy, and that's it. You have to some medicine if you're sick. Otherwise, what else you want? Everything is available. Organization is body is available. Everything you have, you only think and think and think and think. Concentrate, 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 coordinate yourself, concentrate yourself. It's really interesting if you think it is interesting. Otherwise, it is not interesting. Important point is this, or you can say whatever you want to say. I have no objection. I think I will close it now for a couple of seconds. It's already 1 hour 20 minutes, and I don't waste your time. In fact, because a lengthy video means I take more time and I talk some else because I'm restricted now. I'll be back with you. Thank you very much. See you. Okay, bye bye. Power of soul. Remember.